Hello and welcome back to Eurosatory News. I'm Akil Wingate, and our special guest of the moment is Jason WEISS, who is the Director of Land Systems for MOOG. Welcome to Eurosatory News.
Thanks for having me.
And, of course, welcome to Eurosatory 2024.
Yes.
28th edition.
Right.
So I've heard that MOOG has something special to unveil this year.
We do. Thanks for asking. So we're excited to introduce this year our flexible mission platform, which we call FMP. And FMP is envisioned as the middleware that's going to help get new mission packages that have been developed into the field as quickly as possible. So we're working between the vehicle manufacturer and the manufacturers of things like drone, counter-drone rockets, missiles, sensors, any other kind of mission package you can envision, and helping them get that into a usable state integrated on a vehicle as quickly as possible.
So mobility essentially being ASAP.
That's right. That's right. Current world situations, you don't necessarily have time to develop a whole new vehicle system around a new mission package that needs to get in the field, and that's really what's creating the need that we're trying to address with FMP.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be the disconnect for so many different companies and people on the ground saying that we need something that can be implemented right now for the situation that we're seeing right at this moment.
Exactly. And the flexible part of FMP is really payload agnostic and vehicle agnostic. So whether you need to put something on the top of a tactical vehicle like a JLTV, or you want to tow it behind that vehicle, or maybe you need to weaponize something that's traditionally just been used for cargo carrying or for getting personnel into the field. We're flexible, and you can put any type of a payload on it, whether it be a laser-guided rocket or a more sophisticated missile package, or even something like directed energy. We've talked to suppliers
like an anti-drone type of
right,
mechanism,
like
for
the
example.
high-energy microwave systems that are under development today. We're talking to some of those companies about what we can do to help, again, speed their integration so they can get those systems into the field.
What were the conversations like in your creative brainstorming rooms with your colleagues to conceptualize something of this nature?
Yeah, so MOOG at its heart is a motion control company. We were started in the 50s by Bill Moog, who invented the electrohydraulic servo valve. And we've also been present in the defense industry here in Europe for many decades. In fact, in the 1980s, we pioneered the use of 28-volt DC electronics in motion control for defense. So we've always been about motion control, and a lot of that has been controlling and pointing weapon systems. But when we sell motion control in a component way, then there's a lot of work that needs to happen on the customer side to integrate that. So looking at the world situation again and the need to really get things in the field now, we thought about what can we do to supply more of a turnkey solution that our customers can take. And literally, FMP literally will bolt on to a platform. It doesn't have to be intrusive into the vehicle at all.
So the vehicle itself retains its integrity as an autonomous sort of construction.
Right. We just need you to provide us something to connect to and power. And the FMP is very lightweight. It only weighs about 320 kilograms. It can be produced to be quite affordable relative to a full-up turret solution.
And despite the fact that it's lightweight, what is its payload typically?
We can carry all the typical rocket launchers that you would envision. Anything up to about 150 kilograms on each wing.
Wow.
We've demonstrated.
So essentially, let's say an agent in the field, in the theater of war, for example, is looking to upgrade the vehicle that it currently has in the field. They come to you and they say, listen, we need to add something to make us more effective in the terrain.
That's right. Yeah, we're talking to some of the end users, or in some cases to the vehicle manufacturers, or in many cases actually the avenue to MOOG is from the supplier of the rocket or the weapon system or whatever the payload might be. There's a lot of companies doing some really innovative things, particularly in the counter-drone space that we mentioned. Their expertise is really in the weapon system. It's not in the integration of it with the platform. So we can sort of, I've used the analogy, we can sell the razors to help them sell more razor blades. We're really the platform that they mount to.
That's interesting. You're both customizable and at the same time ready to take right off the shelf and go right into the field.
That's right. We have an off-the-shelf configuration that we can supply as essentially a military off-the-shelf product, or we can do custom development if somebody needs something a little different than what we have. And I should mention that this is 100% European.
I was going to pick up on that point earlier.
Yes, right.
Given that your engineering, the design, all of it based in Europe.
That's right. Our European defense business is based just outside of Stuttgart in Germany. And we use components, electronics that we also develop in Europe at a facility in Cork, Ireland. So this particular product has no ITAR entanglements or any need for export from North America. It's a 100% European product.
Now that's quite fascinating, given especially everything that's happening right here on Europe's doorsteps.
Right. That's right.
Looking at how the U.S. is the number one for the moment, it is quite fascinating to see a manufacturer right here in Europe who is actually doing a lot of the heavy lifting itself for everything going forward.
That's right.
If we could say one thing about the FMP to our viewers out there who are not quite yet familiar with MOOG, what would that be? What would that message be to them?
Well, you know, if you look at our booth, the big headline on the top is Mission Critical Solutions. And I would say MOOG is a company that understands how to do the hard stuff in this industry. And with FMP, we're really working on doing those difficult missions quickly. So we can get it in the field quickly, but we're getting it in the field in a way that our customers can really rely on, that it's going to work right first time and every time. And I think that's important when you think about the important missions that our end users are doing today.
Can we anticipate seeing MOOG in the field within the next few months?
Yeah, watch your various sources of defense news, but we anticipate having some live fire demos late summer or early fall, and coming to a media outlet near you.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Appreciate your time.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We just spoke with Jason Weiss of MOOG, who unveiled, as you heard it here first, the new FMP system. We'll be right back after these messages, so stay tuned.